Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Jazz 1.4 SE. This particular car is registered RV55YYL, and the mileage is 169,979. So quite some miles on the car. And the reason we do these videos, really simply, because we don't want all of them, whether something like this, much cheaper, as what we refer to as a part exchange to clear, or some of the much more valuable stuff, is basically that we just want people who are looking at the cars online to actually see the cars that are advertised actually in operation. We know to our cost how frustrating it can be to travel a long distance to go and see a car, only to get there to find out it's got issues which you weren't told about before setting off. So that's why we do it. So coming to the vehicle itself, as it says in the advert, this is what we call a part exchange to clear. Basically, we've taken this as a part exchange. The couple bought another Honda Civic Tourer from us, and they've had this some time, and obviously done plenty of miles in the car. I have to say, driving the car, it feels absolutely as tight as a drum. Engine starts instantly and is very smooth on the first start up from stone cold. Settles completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. The engine in operation sounds and feels no different to one that's hardly done any miles at all. It's just typical of Honda engineering. It is brilliantly done. Pulls really nicely, sounds sweet and crisp all through the rev range. So all seems absolutely spot on there. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, it's very smooth in operation. Clearly with the miles, obviously it's got wear in it to some degree. It's biting higher than it would have done when it was new, but it still bites and engages absolutely fine. And I put my foot down hard, it just pulls, there's no slipping, nothing like that, but obviously it has got some wear in it. Gearbox in the vehicle, 5-speed gearbox, gear change, absolutely brilliant. Slick, smooth gear changes. The gear changes feel again exactly as they would have done when the car was new. It just wonderfully engineered gearbox on these vehicles. Steering on the car, again, tight on the road, tracks dead straight. Can't feel any wobbles, vibrations, any creaking or groaning from the steering column at all. It just feels, again, just wonderfully tight. The same goes for the suspension of the vehicle, which is very comfortable on these cars, by the way. They ride really nicely. It's what I'm looking for, especially with a car this old and with this many miles, is just basically that, you know, normally you'd expect to have quite a bit of kind of suspension chatter or knocking coming from underneath, and there's nothing at all. It absolutely rides beautifully, smoothly. You'll hear it hitting the bumps, of course, but there's no sort of mechanical noises at all. Just do the brakes on the car, just wait to get around the corner, give them a nice shove. Hold on to everything, make sure it doesn't go flying. Again, nice solid powerful brakes on the car, no rumbles, no pulsing through the brake pedal at all. Inside the vehicle, it's, you know, as opposed to the exterior, which, as I've shown in the photos, it has got plenty of marks. It's got all the stuff you'd expect with, you know, nearly 170,000 miles on the clock. Red paint with faded parts in places as well. But the interior looks like a much lower mileage car. It really has been kept really nicely in here. And if you want to know what build quality is, sit in one of these. There's just no squeaks, no rattles, no groans, nothing at all. It is a beautifully put together vehicle. So I said, it's only a brief video, this one. It's only quickly to show the car in operation. The car drives beautifully, it really does. Notwithstanding, of course, you know, we're not going to pretend that we can put a warranty on this sort of age vehicle. We can't. So, you know, this, you know, we'd ask people to buy the car with their eyes wide open, and expect at some point to have to spend money on the vehicle, quite clearly. But at this stage, it drives simply beautifully. As always though, if you've got any questions about the car, do give us a call.